Dominion University held its 11th State of the Union address. President John R. Broderick highlighted some of the university's achievements and what's coming in the future. Things like a new art center, as well as reconstruction and expansion work around campus. One of the biggest projects will be the football stadium. That will be torn down after the Virginia Tech game in November.